Okay, we're talking to be determined tonight. I'm Nicki Holt. I'm so happy that you're here. And we have Jess here with us tonight. We might have a couple others pop in and people catching it on the recording, but really just kind of checking in. It's holiday week. We got Christmas going on. We have everything happening. I have my jingles on. But we are still celebrating our successes. We are just talking about how drinking our water is key. And especially when we have treats and sweets and not necessarily where we're controlling our environment, but we can do a run through of our brain, of our water, veggies, protein, get your carb. So for me, that will probably be a glass of wine or maybe a mimosa or something else, during these days when I'm celebrating with family and just enjoying my time. But having a quick kind of mapping out of how your day is going to go. So some of you are hosting your holidays and some of you are going places, and so you want to make sure to, I always like to bring a veggie platter or bring a veggie dish. So then I know I can always go to that as like, I know I can control, I'll have a veggie to snack on. And I was just having it today. Today, I had carrots and I was dipping it in like jalapeno dip that my mom had. And so rather than chips, making that little adjustment that can really help. And then we got talking about how we love that dip so much. And with To Be Mindset, I sometimes get that dip and I'll use it with my eggs in the morning or something like that and have it, it just like kind of spices up your dish, allows you to have dip. And then you could do it with chips, or you could do it with sweet potato, or you could do it with another fiber filled carb. But really, I wanted to kind of recap. I had talked in the group this morning about winning mindset, and we need to be able to stay focused on our goals without, we've talked about this before with the all in mindset, all or nothing. Like, To Be Mindset is where you can have some of everything. We don't need to feel the shame about it. We need to embrace the concepts of to be, where we don't have to live in deprivation. We can have it all. We just need to be mindful. And we need to be mindful, do I need to eat all that cookie, or can I just have like a bite or two and be satisfied? So it's just kind of going back to that, like, oh, it's a holiday. Oh, yeah, my grandma's going to make this. And oh, yeah, my aunt makes that favorite pie of hers or whatever. You might have your favorites that you might be looking forward to. And it's not saying that you won't get to enjoy them, but it's shifting that into that you can enjoy them, just being mindful throughout the night or mindful of your day. So I know for me, when I'm going, I try to be like, okay, if we're going for the brunch time, there's probably going to be more carby things there, or like I said, mimosas. And so having a game plan around it, having your Shakeology, having your, because that helps curb my cravings, because especially right now I have my peppermint mocha that I just love. And so that helps me, to like curb the sweet piece. And so then you can adjust that way. I wanted to, hey, in our post this morning, I had talked about, if you hit your water, like with a holiday week especially, or anytime that we talked about last week, like when our routines are rocked, something has changed in our routine. So if you're traveling or anything like that, it's coming back to the basics of, and focusing on where you can win. So getting in a winning mindset, where can I win? I can win because I can have a cup with me all the time that I can refill, and I can make sure I hit my water goal. So if you're traveling or you're eating food that you're just not, or you're at other people's homes and you weren't able to bring something, then you can focus on, where can I get a win? Where can I get a win? I'm going to win with my water. Where can I get a win? I'm going to get my Shakeology in. Where can I get a win? I'm going to make sure I have veggies at every meal or whatever for my snacks or something. So it's just finding areas where you can win in your day, or that you passed on one of the treats, or that you passed on the second helping that you're used to going back for, right? Maybe you take something to go so you can have it like for your fiber fill. Well, may not be fiber filled, but it will be a carb like for your morning, that you can have a slice of pie or scalloped potatoes like we've talked about, or something like that within your morning breakfast. And so you can still get that satisfaction of eating that, but just not all at the same time. There's the classic, like we're unbuttoning our pants, or like wearing leggings or something. But sometimes that's when I want to challenge you, like, don't wear, like, maybe wear something that you're gonna be like, I don't want to just blah in this, like, if you're in your pajamas all day, that's a lot of times I encourage people getting ready for the day. If you, I'm a, you now too, Jess, you work out early in the morning. So we get our workout in, and then that's a win, right? We did mindful movement, check it off the box. So then we can go like take a shower. Oh, what? We are winning all over the place, like, and getting ready. And so then you're just like, you're in this, like, I have goals, I'm working towards things, I'm doing things, not like I rolled out of bed, I'm in my PJs, oh my gosh, it's already noon, like, or 4, whatever time, like, and so it's just, you just find the different areas that you can win in a holiday week, or when your schedule is kind of off. So it's just finding those little things that you can control, and then it ends up, it I always talk about the snowball effect or the ripple effect. It helps you stay focused on a positive goal that you're doing, as opposed to not, as opposed to in the other way, you can shift and veer down, like, well, let's get hot cocoa, and yeah, bring the popcorn, and then yeah, bring, like, then you're just sitting, you're relaxing, you're not doing anything, it can just like lead, it can stack negatively or it can stack positively. So it is a ripple effect in whichever direction that you're going. So we want to try to have those positive vibes. I also was listening to one of the many podcasts or something, and it had the saying, champions don't make excuses, champions make adjustments. So just working on, again, positive mindset, where, like, if things don't go our way, we don't need to make an excuse, we just make an adjustment. Like, we need to, like, have that winning mentality, that champions mentality, that nothing's going to stop us. And this is a lifestyle. And so there's going to be adjustments, and you're going to have to, like, make it work for you. And there's going to be, for some people, it's more easy for them to do the workouts than it is to take care of their nutrition. Or for some people, it's like, that's not hard. I can make my meals, So it's just, you got to make adjustments. And then it's always, that's why we do these check-in calls, is so we can see what's working, what's not working, how can we adjust. So with all that said, Jess, how are things going? Is there, are you feeling that there's certain areas that you're struggling with, that you want help with making adjustments, or do you have some wins that you want to share? What's working really well for you? How your dinners, or maybe something's going with your prepping?
I feel like I do pretty good throughout the day. I do notice that meal planning way ahead of time, I get too overwhelmed and then I forget, or I just say screw it. So I do about 3 days in advance. And that seems to be pretty good. So like I plan out my mornings. Breakfast is pretty routine, but lunch and dinner, I got to plan stuff, especially for dinner, because I got the hub. And then I got the 2 kids to feed too at the same time. So I always make like, okay, well, everyone can eat chicken, and then I'm just going to eat the vegetables, and then I'll fix something else out for them. So I just add one more ingredient that I just don't have. And then if I feel like I need more, I might make, salad and a vegetable with my protein, or if I'll do 2 vegetables or something like that.
Okay.
So
Awesome. But you're able to be doing it with the 2 kiddos and your husband, and then you are just making your you're making your
mhm,
mindful choices
mhm. And
as you
sometimes
go.
the husband doesn't like it, and I'm like, well, too bad. You gotta eat it. Sorry, it's not a hamburger, but
Right, right. And anytime you go through making lifestyle changes or I was reviewing, we have so many great resources to us. Our 7-day meal plans that are mapped out. I have it uploaded in our group as well, but they put it with the bar, how you can do 2B with bar, and they give you the exact recipe or the meals to have for breakfast, lunch, dinner, possible snacks, and they give you a grocery list. All is right there. Now, as nice as it is to have that, it's also very overwhelming. Like, oh, I can't make all these recipes. I can't do all this stuff. Hi, Sierra. That's
Hi.
like, then that makes you into analysis paralysis, right? Like you get overwhelmed with all the information and then you're like, I can't do it. And that's again, getting back to the to be plated method. It's like, no, you can do it. We just need a fiber filled carb for breakfast and protein, you're 50-50. So going back to the plate it. And so when I was reviewing it with them, I just said, hey, I go with a couple of the meals I know I can make, I know I like regularly. And then I pick out 1 or 2 from these lists. And then they start to, like, I see if I like them for one, and then they'll start to be in my repertoire of what I can pull, and then I can pull another one to try. So like rather than look at some of the resources and get overwhelmed, it's like just pick one different dinner this week or one different side dish, like a different way to make veggies. Because when you're starting, it either will be easy because you just go to your go-tos, but then if you get like where I'm ready for a change because I like if this is how my life is going to go, I don't want to just eat the same vegetables,
yeah,
every time. So it's
yeah,
just it, and then it's like looking to those side dishes, and it has a plethora of things, and that's why we like to be resources because anybody can get overwhelmed, and especially like I know I saw it somewhere, like when I was lost in the web, right? Like, you can find those things, but then you just have trouble kind of steering it back. So, Sierra, we were talking winning mindset and just any wins that you have for the week or any areas that maybe you are um, kind of working to overcome that maybe we can talk about.
My wins this week were one of them not eating Chinese takeout and making my own version of that. And then I didn't eat cheesecake 2 nights in a row.
That
We
is
had cheesecake.
amazing.
We had cheesecake. Well, I didn't have cheesecake, but there was still cheesecake left over last night, and I did not eat any, even though I wanted to so bad, but I didn't. And then because I was reading the messages about the team no pants, and I was like, yeah, well, if I keep wanting to not have pants, then I can't eat cheesecake right
Right,
now.
right. Which you're down 3 pant sizes. So that's
Yes,
like, hey, if you're saying no to your cheesecake, that's headed towards your goals. That's getting you
yes,
quicker.
yes. And then um my boss's mom always brings over goodies all the time, and she actually brought something good. She brought gluten-free cranberry muffins. So I did have one of those because there was like no, it was sweetened with honey. So, that was my carb for today. And I'm not going to have any more later for dinner. I've been really good about that too. Like last night, I had turkey hot dogs without a bun. And normally I would like have a bun with it, but
Yeah.
trying to stick to the no carbs at night thing. So, yeah, I'm a little nervous about Christmas because my family bakes sweets like nobody's business. And I'm just like, um, you know,
Right.
I don't know what to do about that. I'm like, I want to like have one, but I'm like, I'm just gonna have to walk away because I know myself.
I think
There's
this,
a lot of healthy dessert alternatives that I found on the To Be Mindset, the dessert thing, or the Fit 8 or whatever that thing's called.
mhm,
Whatever. I know
Fit
that
Safe.
there is a lot of those, and I also have a lot of healthy recipes for dessert too that I, believe it or not, I got off of following keto before I did this, and
Oh, okay.
they're good. Some of them don't even have sugar in them, and I'm like, oh god, this is gonna taste horrible, and it actually satisfies your sweet tooth. So if you want some
Oh,
of
okay.
those, I can
Yes,
share some with
yes.
you.
I did see these that you make with Shakeology. They're like called energy balls or something
Mhm.
that I found off Pinterest, and it's just like oatmeal, honey, um, peanut butter, and a scoop of Shakeology. And I was like, oh, like I bet that would be really good. And you don't even bake it. You just roll it into a ball. And I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then when you said that you said no to cheesecake, I was like, I have a healthy recipe for cheesecake. It's like you can
Oh
still
my
have one,
gosh.
but it's like the serving size is like a tablespoon size. But at least you get to feel that satisfied, so you don't feel like,
I
oh, I
would
can't
love
have
that.
any.
And even just getting back to like To Be, you can have a bite.
Yeah.
Be mindful about your bites. So like it's natural to get a slice, but a slice we end up just eating, like we eat it all because it's there, right?
Yeah.
So just however you can mentally, if it is a slice and you feel better just about eating a couple and then not and stopping. But like you, I think it's so important to still know kind of where you're at in your journey. And if you know like it's gonna tilt you, like some things just make you on tilt where you just like, okay, I'm gonna just eat all the things. And so just having that like awareness about yourself is huge. But then also getting to that point, you will get to that point, whether it's now or, future,
Yeah.
where you're able to have a couple bites or a bite, and just kind of be like,
And be
okay,
okay.
that's really, and then you start to realize, oh, that's really rich, or that's really, you like, you almost, it intensifies the flavor almost, so then
Yeah.
you don't need as much.
Just
Um,
because I'm like, I've been so like good. I don't want to like taste it and then be like, oh my gosh, I got half more. So I was thinking like of just maybe not drinking my Shakeology first thing in the morning on Christmas and just
mhm.
maybe bringing it to the party. And when everyone's having dessert, I can have that. And then, if there's something new that I haven't had before, like maybe I will be okay to just taste it after
Yeah.
I've had my shake
I
if I
was
want
gonna
to.
say maybe have two that day. Like I don't know what time. So we were
Yeah.
talking about like some people are doing brunchy things and some people do later, dinner things.
Yeah.
So just
Yeah,
kind
we're
of like
doing a
knowing,
brunch.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But if you just post, if you can make that adjustment, that might be really helpful too. Because again,
Yeah.
To Be Mindset, two hands on the wheel. If you have something in your hands, if you're holding your water, if you're, and I was talking to Jess about like snacking on the veggies or having veggies or bringing veggies or something like, and I
Yeah.
was telling like I like to dip it in the jalapeno dip, so
Mhm.
it's like I'm still getting that richness, but
Yeah.
it's not as heavy later. you know
Good thing we always have veggie trays. So
okay,
I'll be okay
perfect.
with that.
So
Yes.
veggies and like having your water, and then you're just like you're holding something and you can be enjoying what you're doing, and then it's like as they're grabbing the snack, like again, I say that, but I'll be mindful of, it's just like being mindful of your choice, like which one's kind of worth it and is it worth it? Or how will I feel afterward? It's just kind of
Yeah.
those kind of things. But the biggest takeaway is we don't want that guilt. We don't want that shame surrounding it. So if you can own it, I'm big on own your choices. So just own it if you want the cookie, if you want all that cookie, just have the cookie, own it. And remember, it's holiday. It's not holiday. Like, it's not days, weeks, months.
I love that.
Okay.
I
So
love that.
that is another thing I come back to is like, because I'll probably have like a mimosa and then something else, like more of a treaty thing or something. But I don't
Yes.
know. Like in our group, it has been super accountable. So maybe pop in the group and just like text or just share a win because
Yes.
that can be super motivating. Like, okay, Sierra dodged that. I'm gonna dodge this, and then it like
Yeah.
it's a like positive, which we talked about earlier, and people can check it in the recording, but like just positive steps, ripple effect to positive. And so sharing that's why accountability groups, that's why these are so important because we struggle, but then we also can like, okay, we can encourage, we can grow, we can know that we're not alone in it, right? Like I'm not sitting over here like, oh, you guys, like I had sugar cookies with my kids, like it's daily life, it's life. And so it's doing life together with people and we're just working on making those positive choices for ourselves so we can live healthier and fulfilling lives, right?
Mhm. Yes.
Okay. I'm so excited. Any other questions, comments, concerns? I want to make sure to let you guys. Hi, Holly. How are you?
You say hi. Say hi. Yeah.
Hi, Holly.
Can you talk to them? Yeah. Hi.
So remember our groups here. We're here. We're in the trenches together, and we got to control what we can control. Water first, veggies most. Be a light this holiday season. I just want to encourage you. There's so much negativity, and we just want to spark some joy and positiveness when people are around us, right?
Yes.
Yes, because negative will keep us in the negative route and positive, positive. Hopefully we can trickle that, sprinkle it, throw it around, right? How it says.
I love that. Oh.
Okay, I'll be here at 5 if you want to do a midweek check-in for our workouts. So I'll let you go. If you guys want to check in at 5, go ahead, hop on. Otherwise, have a great night. I'll see you in our thread and I'll see you in our Zoom working out in the morning.
Oh
Bye.
yes, I will be
Thank
there.
you.
Okay, bye guys.